goodness, you guys had so many questions, and now you're gonna get the answers to them. Wow! Uh-oh.
This is DoonTheFox. Signing off.
Hi everybody, what's going on? Recently I posted on Facebook, and I asked you guys if you needed any advice, and apparently, so many of you needed advice, I became very concerned about the... Welcome to another crazy episode of Fox. A bunch of you had questions, so now you're gonna get answers. Wow! We'll begin with a question that I got on Twitter. And how do you stay so active? Which is actually a great question because recently I started walking on a treadmill. Wow! It's really fun and it's healthy and it keeps foxes mobile and strong. I also received a question on a post on my Facebook page, which I'll leave a link to in the description of this video. Dear Advice Fox, I'm moving in with my brother and his husband, and he has a gluten allergy and also vegetarian. What dishes would you recommend that I could make? I remember you saying that your husky also has a gluten allergy, so I expect only the best. Well, gluten-free is actually really fun. It can be anyway, because you can make things like gluten-free banana bread, or gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, or there's a lot of soups that are gluten-free, or like gluten-free spaghetti and stuff. There's also gluten-free mac and cheese, which is great! As far as vegetarian goes, I like to use ground turkey when I'm cooking like gluten-free. You can just pretty much pull the meat out of it. So yeah, it'd be really fun and really yummy and healthy and like we're doing a health conscious or something. Wow! More questions on Facebook. Whee! My son needs a life quote, a precept, quote unquote. It'd be funny, because if I didn't have claws, you couldn't see me doing that. My son needs a life quote, a precept, and doesn't like my don't be a dick. What would you recommend? He's in 6th grade, by the way. Hang on, if he's in 6th grade, why are you telling him not to be a dick? That's crazy talk. Ah! As far as life quotes are concerned, I like the one that goes something like this. If it walks like a duck, and it talks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, well, sometimes it's still not a duck. Somebody else asked, do penguins have knees? Somebody else asked, should I expose my company when I quit? Well, as much as I'm sure a lot of people would like to do that, it really ultimately boils down to whether or not you feel that you would need to use them as a reference later on. Sometimes, feeling that way and then doing it, it might make you feel good in the short term, but if you end up needing a reference from them in the long run, you might not have that if you do that. On the other hand, if it's a situation where they're like abusing their staff or breaking the law or something crazy, that might be worth talking about. I bet you didn't know I could be serious, did ya? Another person asked, should I take out a loan for a fursuit? That one's kind of hard to assess. I have the opinion that if you're going to buy something that's not a need but you want it, you probably shouldn't borrow money for it. But if you're taking care of your bills and you're saving money and you're doing everything you should be for yourself financially, but you just don't have the lump sum yet to buy that, you know, people put out loans for a nice car or a big TV or, you know, something like that. So is a fursuit really different? It kind of depends on how you feel about it. Somebody else asked, where is a good place around the Detroit to buy dance shoes? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I didn't do my research, of course. I'll post the name of a place here. But yeah, go there and buy all the shoes. Yeah. Somebody else asked how to make friends. Making friends is really all about how confident you are in talking to people, and that can be really hard for a lot of people. It's not so much a matter of necessarily like speaking in front of a large crowd or giving a presentation or something like that. It can be just, you know, hard for some people to make that initial conversation with a new person. So if you want to make friends, my best advice is to just be yourself. If somebody doesn't like you for who you are, they're probably not going to be a good friend for you. But if you're putting on like, you know, a fake representation, that can be a problem too. So you just want to be yourself. It's always best. Somebody else asked, what is the meaning of life? And to that I say, I'm an adult human that dresses up as an animal for fun. What more is there to life? Approximately how many molecules of Julius Caesar's last dying breath does the average person take in on any given day? Well, the problem with this question is that he breathed in. Next question. When is your future behind you? Well, your future is behind you when your future becomes your past. Where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? In 3 to 5 years, I see myself being 3 to 5 years older. How many ways can you think of to find a needle in a haystack? There's only one way to do that, and that's the right way. If you could only choose one song to play every time you walked into a room for the rest of your life, what would it be? Yeah, sounds good. Got any tips for single furs with no one to cuddle? You could always make some friends, and then you could get to know those friends, but the thing is, you don't want to meet people or make friends with people just for the purpose of cuddling them or trying to be in a relationship with them. If you go into meeting somebody in your life with a certain expectation, chances are every one of your choices that you make with that person will revolve around that action or desire, and that could translate into a situation where you're sort of associating yourself with them not for the purpose of being their friend, but being like an ulterior motive, you know what I mean? So it may be that you want to do right by them and that you mean well for them, but your goal is ultimately to serve some desire of your own. So don't have any expectations, just get to know them, get to know their story, have fun with them, hang out with them, and just see what happens. What is the best lubricant for anal fisting? I would say the tears of anyone that's ever had to call a tech support number. Next question. How do I lick said fox? Well? Wow, you guys were curious about everything. We talked about the meaning of life, taking out loans, exposing companies, cuddling, and fisting, and last dying breaths. I mean, gosh, thanks for all the questions, and thanks for hanging out with me today. If you guys have any more questions, please message me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I even have an email. So go ahead and send me your questions, and I'll answer them in a future video. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in some kind of future visual audio thing. Great, okay,